All right. Whew. Well, the downside is that we have to have our camera on the deck, but we're working down on the ground. So here we are, born to be kings with the princes of the universe. All right, so my idea has been to divide the land. So I always like to know where I'm digging. So I'll start digging a path, you know, along the line of this post. And I'm creating a path on the way back to where the other line is. Again, I'm not claiming it's a straight line. I'm just loosening up some soil en route to where I need to be. So, and then I'm gonna go over here. Going just beside, actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I don't want to dig all of that out yet, because I want that to be somewhat stable while I dig this out. See, I felt something there. But I like to loosen sections with the bar and then go back and shovel. I'm gonna dig my way out from there. So glad I got this wheelbarrow now. I don't know if you watched that video. I gotta go and clip it, where I almost busted my butt pulling that plastic. And it's funny because one of my buddies broke his wrist by falling down trying to catch himself. And he was the one that reminded me before, you got to be aware of what your body's doing. And never try to catch yourself. Never try to break the fall. Just roll with it. Now, being under this greenhouse, I can definitely feel the temperature and the humidity is higher. And I gotta do something too. I gotta make sure I can get my rocks out easy too. Having these windows on both sides is giving me a good cross breeze. Well, I'll leave that for now. I'm not gonna. It's too much work to untie it and tie it and take my gloves off and all that. I'll be okay. I will survive. But yeah, this is almost perfectly sized for my. Yeah, it's almost perfectly sized for my frame. That this will be easier. I can just drop rocks in here. And if I need to take anything big out, I will. Yeah, I had to reinforce the frame because I broke it. I don't know if you watched one of my other longer videos. I was trying to get a lot of the soil sifted, and I picked it up and shook it, and the whole thing busted on me. Well, that happened. You missed it. You had to be there. So anyway, needless to say, there were some warning signs to me that I was being careless and dangerous of risking injury. And I try to be risk averse. So I looked at what I could control, and I can control the table I'm working on based on what apparatus underneath it is catching the soil. And I needed something big enough that I could shovel a good amount in without worrying about filling it up super quick and then having a lot of stop and go to my day, which is really difficult for me because all of that usually means I'm walking and stopping and going and stopping and going and turning and pivoting, and all that's doing is just making me crazy, getting my pain levels higher than I ever thought. Now I wanted to see how much soil exactly I could hold in here, and if I had to do it in quarters or in halves, or if I could keep going at the rate I was. But this middle ground is the most important because this is where most of the food's going to be grown. I mean, I have onions and stuff and radishes and whatnot on the other side, but right here in the middle is going to be where all the peppers and the cabbage and or broccoli are going to be going. So this is a really important place to grow stuff for me. There we go. I'll get a minute of the rock. The soil sifted through. That's where I broke it last time.